everyone, and welcome back to some more Super Mario Galaxy. And last time, we beat Bowser in Bowser's Star Reactor, and did the star in Bubble Breeze Galaxy, in the Kitchen Dome. This time, we're not gonna be doing any story progress. In fact, this episode's gonna be solely directed at Rosalina. More importantly, her library, which is very, very unique. So before I go in there, I wanted to give you all a little story about that. So Rosalina's library was a very contested feature in development of the game. A lot of people disagree. There's a lot of different things that made Rosalina's library interesting, because Miyamoto was heavily against its addition, and I'll explain when we go through what Rosalina's library is, when we go in there. But Miyamoto was Shigeru Miyamoto was not very for it. And it's not because, oh, he hates story, he hates what it was about. No, he just thinks a different way. The developers of Mario Galaxy, the head developer anyway, won an argument against Miyamoto and had it included. That's how the story goes, I think. Is that the main developer of Mario Galaxy wanted it in, Miyamoto didn't, and Miyamoto bowed to the wills of the developer. Of the head developer. So, without further ado, let us go in to Rosalina's library.
Ooh.
Whoa, hello.
Let us begin.
Let us begin. Chapter 1. The Celestial Duo. Our story begins a very, very long time ago with a young girl. One day, this girl spotted a rusted spaceship holding a small star child. What's your name? Are you lost? The girl asked the star child. I'm Luma, and I'm waiting for Mama. She's coming for me on a comet, said the star child, who had been waiting day and night. Don't worry, I'll wait with you, the little girl promised Luma. At nightfall, the little girl borrowed her father's telescope and peered into the sky. She looked and looked, but she saw nothing. Hours turned into days, and then years, but still the sky revealed nothing. Finally, the little girl sighed and said to the Luma, if we stay here looking much longer, I'll be an old lady soon. But then she had an idea. Why don't we go out there and find your mother ourselves? The girl and Luma fixed up the rusty spaceship, and then the two set sail into the starry sky. And this is how the search for the Celestial Mother began. Chapter 2. Starbits. Days passed with no sight of the comet or even a single planet. Instead, asteroids extended for as far as the eye could see. If I had known it was going to take this long, I'd have packed more jams, said the little girl, above the rumble of her belly. Before they left, she had packed all the essentials: telescope, butterfly net, bunny, stuffed bunny, bread, milk, jam, and apricot-flavored tea. But I forgot to bring water. At this, Luma burst into gales of laughter, and the girl began to pout. As long as I have Starbits, I'll be fine. Want some? The little girl couldn't stay mad after hearing this. Luma continued to laugh, and the girl couldn't help but join in. Alright, maybe just a nibble. Leaning far out of the spaceship, the pair began to collect star bits with the girl's net. They almost fell out a few times, but they kept on collecting. And doesn't that sound familiar? The star bits tasted like honey. So, canonically, the star bits taste like honey. Can I have one? The comment. A beam of light pierced through the ship's window, thinking it was the morning sun. The girl peered through the window, only to find a turquoise blue comet shimmering at her. The little girl shook the sleeping Luma awake and shouted excitedly, "We have to get to that comet!" The pair descended on the comet and found it was made of ice. It looked high and low, but Luma's mother was nowhere to be found. Exhausted, the little girl sat down with a flop, utterly unable to take another step. Look! Peering down at the icy ground, where Luma was pointing, the girl suddenly noticed clusters of star bits encrusted in the ice. Pretty good, huh? Finding star bits is my speciality, said Luma, beaming. There's ice here, but it's so warm. I bet there's water here too, so I decided to stay on the comet for a while. Riding the turquoise comet, the pair continued their search for Luma's mother. That should do it for today. So, that storybook in Luma's library, in Rosalina's library, is the point of contention that I was talking about. Miyamoto thought it was unnecessary to have a room dedicated to a background story to Rosalina. And if you can't see the parallels to Rosalina in the storybook, then I think you're not paying too much attention. All of the Lumas on this observatory call Rosalina Mama. That is very interesting, and the storybook the library will continue to update as we play through it. In fact, you're not really supposed to get all of that information all at once. But because we have been playing the way we have been playing, that's why we got it that way. The storybook definitely is a good addition to this game. It's one of the best additions to this game because it gives us a little more background on the story, and it does give us some world building. But we're not going to cover a whole lot. I'm not going to go over a bunch right now with the story book because there's still a lot more chapters to read. And I will be taking time out of our days in this game to go back and go in and read Mama's storybook. Oh, I'm sorry, Rosalina's storybook. Called her Mama, that's crazy. That's wild. But we will be going out of our way to feature that because it's something that is important, and it is something that makes this game so much more special. So, I think we're going to end off our episode here. I do apologize that this has been a bit of a different episode. Instead of us going for more stars and going for our completion, I wanted to feature the library and showcase what that's all about. So, next time we continue on in our adventures in Super Mario Galaxy and head into the Kitchen Dome and explore some of the new areas we can explore. See y'all then. Bye-bye!